Hello and welcome to day 2 of the Sim Racing Expo 2022. We are here again on the second day open to the public, and we're here with Camille. Hello, Camille.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going good, yeah. I'm quite amazed how good everything is here, to be fair.
So Camille has just joined the Grid Finder team, or just joining the Grid Finder team. You've been to kind of a lot of esports expos in the past, right? A lot of conventions, etc. We've done one lap, I appreciate, but how is this different?
I'm kind of amazed at how easy it is to get into everything here. Like, everyone's very friendly, the community is great, and all the gear that you can see here, amazing. Just get involved, try out whatever you can.
So the big question,
Okay.
are you looking for something to buy for yourself, or are you just kind of here as like an eagle scouting out the territory?
Well, a bit of both, really. I just mentioned to Tom a while back, I'm looking for get set up at home, a wheel, everything like that.
Yeah.
And it's good to see all the gear being available. I mean, even behind us here, everything is just, you can go have a look, check yourself out, and I'll probably get something in the end.
Well, the one good thing about this place is, for the most part, there's no prices.
Okay.
So go crazy,
Free, right?
dream about the
Yeah,
perfect
yeah.
setup.
You don't have to
and
think about
worry
the consequence.
Yeah.
Worry about the pocketbook problem later.
Yeah.
Just think about all the amazing things. So try as many things as you can. One thing that we need to get into is we need to race more while we're here, because you and I already have setups, but there's some setups here, like, you'll never get the opportunity to just test every wheel and feel every wheel that's out here on the floor today.
Yeah, we had a bit of fun on the Vasaro stand. The Vasaro stand has some like ultra high level
Like
rigs.
$80,000 rigs.
Crazy,
like,
with these beautiful cockpits and like the F1 seating positions, which I'm really enjoying. But I think you need to give some of the old classic setups a go. There's a couple of setups with the old wooden wheels and handbrakes and like old gear shifters and stuff. Like, there's a lot of variety in this. It's not all just the same aluminium profile and standard direct drive wheels.
Also, there's a couple of places. There's the new one that's setting up that wasn't actually set up until they're still actually getting put together, where the sim racing rig folds into a coffee table.
Yes, we need to go and have a chat to those
you
guys.
You can completely fold it into your living room, and then when you want to go into race mode, turn on the LED lighting and have the Philips Hue dim the lights. You know how it goes.
Yes.
Well, it's good to see how quick the tech's improving as well, because you can see the comparison between like 5 years ago and now. It's crazy.
It is, because I would say 5 years ago, Logitech and Fanatec were kind of like the two brands that ran, Thrustmaster
And
was in there as
Thrustmaster,
well, right? But those were really like the only brands that you really thought of when you thought of sim racing gear. And now we've got a whole expo room full of just options out the ears.
Yeah, I mean, we can put this to Thomas Jackemeier. So today we're speaking to Thomas Jackemeier. We're going to speak to Matt and Johan from Track Racer. We're going to speak to Low Fuel Motorsport, and we're speaking to ADAC. So we've got a lot of interviews to do. But I'm interested to chat to Thomas Jackemeier and say, like this expo hall is getting bigger and bigger and bigger every year. Like, the portion of the market you have is getting smaller, right?
Eventually, instead of having the classic car expo, what is it called?
The retro classics.
The retro classics over there. It's just all going to be sim racing. It's going to be like Sim Racing Room 1, Sim Racing Room 2, Sim Racing Room 3.
Well, that's a good point, because actually there are 2 sim racing rooms, because we have the hardware room and then we have the main stage where the racing is going to be happening. So Camille, you've watched a lot of esports in the past, like competitive esports. Have you ever watched much sim racing?
Yeah, I've seen a bit of sim racing. I've been watching a lot of Assetto Corsa recently. It's really interesting.
Yeah, but it's so similar to real world motorsport, right? So you kind of get that immersion element. So we've got the Grid Finder team racing. We'll be racing against the likes of Williams and Redline, like all the top teams.
The most insane lineup of teams, and then
They're so
there's
excited.
us, Grid Finder, which for some reason, like, we deserve to be there. We really do, because our team is stellar.
They are great.
When I watch
But the
them
brand
drive,
is the new kid on the block, though, right? So we're lucky to get a slot.
It's good to see the big teams getting involved as well. Like, you see G2, you see Unicorns of Love, you see even like the big names from other tournaments like League of Legends, CSGO. They're all getting their teams sorted for sim racing even next year, things like that. Just trying to get the funding into it, which it shows the potential.
Trying to take advantage of the massive industry that this is going to become, because it's going to be just as big as any other Call of Duty League and stuff like that. That's amazing to see, especially with our nice little GF logo being featured in many places. There is also one stellar podcast, and I mean, I have no bias, but Sim Sundays is going to be on the stage today.
Yes.
And we're going to be hanging out with Dave Cam and Lawrence Dusaswa and doing Two Truths and a Lie. And honestly, I am so interested in the stories because when you ask Lawrence and you go, "Hey, Lawrence, do you have your stories ready?" He's like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, it sounds like he had quite a lot to choose from, and he's had to really whittle it down to like a couple.
Was there like a list of some sort that was like, I got to sift through all this stuff? And then, of course, Dave Cam used to be a police officer, so
yeah.
who knows what's going to come out on those stories, right? That's going to be an insane time, and it's actually going to be at 2:30-ish. Local Germany time, of course, so wherever that happens to be in your neck of the woods. But yeah, we'll be on the stage for about a half hour.
Yeah.
A nice, lighthearted, fun little game. And, if you have any questions or you want to ask Lawrence or Dave Cam something, just, post it on our Twitch channel, and we'll try to figure out how to get it up to us. Maybe we'll just have you with your phone on the Twitch chat in the
I'll just be
ADAC
scrolling on stage.
You're browsing, you're buying sim wheels or whatever.
I wish, right? So, Chris, we've got a few interviews today. As I said, we've got Track Racer, ADAC, and Fanatec. Which one are you most excited for?
I'm really excited for Thomas with Fanatec. I really am, because it's their 25th anniversary kind of celebration going on right now. And some of the stuff that's in the glass cases, I just want to talk to him a little bit about the history of the company, how it kind of came from the trackball commander for Command and Conquer all the way to now being like one of the standards in sim racing. And, they do other things as well, but standards in sim racing is kind of like their bread and butter.
Yeah, I think we need to actually make a beeline with Camille right to that stand straight after this podcast, because it's so cool. You go through, we don't want to have any spoilers for the Thomas episode, but you can see like a trackball for Command and Conquer.
Yeah.
And then you see like the signed widers. They started with like flight simulations, and then all the way up to the crazy like wheels that they've got now. It's quite impressive.
It is very impressive. And I just want to hear like from his mouth, his stories.
Yeah,
because they have the little plaques, but
Yeah.
it'll be more interesting because he'll inject some personality into it. And
He's a pretty charismatic guy as well. I don't think this is going to be a dull interview.
Yeah, I agree with you. I want to pick up Husenfeld because honestly, I want to be like, hey, give us some free pedals. No,
We have some Husenfeld pedals in the office. This is what we use on the Grid Finder office, but you do not.
I do not have them yet.
I would like sort that out.
Well, it would be between those or that new force feedback, but I can get the entire set versus one single pedal over there. And as cool as that is, it's just I'm going to have to wait until the price kind of creeps lower.
Chris, if you only had a brake pedal, would we notice a difference in lap times?
It would make me faster, and I'd probably not flip the car anymore.
Great.
But yeah, we're going to be online live on the ADAC Sim Racing channel. We'll post that on social media and everything like that, and there will be a link in the description of the podcast so you can watch that later on. But yeah, we're going to be live with Dave Cam, Lawrence Dusoswell. We'll be doing interviews throughout the day, and also we will show you that history of Fanatec setup through one of our Instagram reels a little bit later. So if you're not following us on Instagram, it's instagram.com/grid_finder. And yeah, you'll see Sim Racing Expo from our perspective today. Anything left to say?
No, I'm just happy to get involved. Looks good.
I'm just happy to be here.
I'm just happy to be here. Well, thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you guys throughout reels and then later on live on stage.
Let's go do some driving.
Welcome to another episode of Sim Sundays. This is day 2 wrap-up of the 2022 ADAC Sim Racing Expo, and man, it's been a long day.
It has been a long day. We're here with Boris from LFM, which is incredible. LFM has just exploded in the last year, so it's great to have you here to talk about the expo. But it has been a long day. It feels like we got here like a week ago, and actually we've not been back to the hotel since.
It really, really does.
It's been intense. How have you found it, Boris?
It's absolutely amazing here. I mean, I was last year at the Nürburgring, but this year is absolutely astonishing. You go around, it's everywhere hardware, and and it hurts my bank account, I think.
Yeah,
but in a good way, right?
Yeah, in a good way, of course. Yeah, it's all our hobby, so
what
we
is
like to spend money.
What is the one thing that you actually did try that you're like thinking that you're going to put on your rig this time?
The SimmerCube pedals.
Oh yeah,
the active
okay.
pedals.
Okay.
This is, and it's called Simtech pedals. I think I don't remember the name exactly, but they were also amazing.
Yeah.
In a much lower price range than SimmerCube.
Oh, of course. Right.
So, cheaper than €2,000 plus
No
that?
way.
No way.
No way, man. No way.
So
they're also cool.
So with the SimCube pedals, are you going to do all three? Are you going to just do the brake pedal? What do you think is the kind of golden zone for those?
I mean, if if you take it serious, it's enough to get the brake pedal.
Yeah.
Because you don't need this system. Maybe, why not? It's cool to have, but it's not a must. So
They try to
if you can
get
afford
you.
one pedal as a brake, it's okay.
Yeah, if you're in the market for those pedals, you're probably okay with like, I'll just get all three. They're offering the discount on them.
If you can afford it,
If you
no
can,
problem.
yeah, if you can go
Yeah,
for
but
it.
it's like it's a discount if you get all three. So if you get all three, it's only €5,500
I know.
plus VAT. But I mean, like the other way of looking at it is this is almost like a prototype product to the market, right? This is essentially SimuCube saying, here's what's coming next, and we're putting ourselves at the forefront. We're the first ones to develop this. Okay, it's expensive because it's the first time it's been done, but look, we're at the front of this kind of race for technology,
That's
right?
kind of a scary spot to be, right? Like being the first one. Being the very first one, because you get to make all the mistakes, you get to make all the problems with this compatibility with sims and everything. So
it could also hurt them at the end, because I think all the other manufacturers, they were going around taking pictures from the pedals, check them how it's working, and I'm sure we will see this system from other manufacturers very soon.
Yeah. Next Sim Expo is probably going to be just everyone has their pedals now and everyone's doing.
Now
the force
everybody have
feedback.
active pedals.
Oh, yeah, the active pedals.
Acetec have done something slightly different, right?
Yes,
It's not the full force feedback pedal, but it's kind of halfway there.
Them, to be honest, I didn't check them.
So they have an actual ABS pump from a Volkswagen they've attached.
Yeah. I heard about that. I didn't try them, so yeah.
Now,
Maybe
Tom and I only got to push with our hands on them, so we haven't actually had them in practical use or
Okay.
anything. But it's pretty cool. I like the price point a lot better than obviously the full.
Well, I think we might be getting a little go on them tomorrow.
Yes, I'm hoping to do more sim racing. Have you gotten to get on a lot of rigs? It's pretty busy here, so the queues are kind of long. But
I tried to, but I was also busy with other stuff, so
Yeah.
I took what I could, but not everything. Unfortunately, I wanted to try the motion stuff, but I couldn't.
everyone.
The motion
yeah.
stuff always has a massitive queue. What's it been like walking around? People must recognize the LFM, right? Have you had lots of people talking to you about LFM and say how much they love it?
Yeah, a lot. I had to make pictures already somewhere, and it's absolutely crazy. I had the panel talk on the stage, and it was,
That's very cool.
unbelievable what is happening, around all this.
Kind of feel like a sim racing celebrity in a way, right?
Actually, yes, a little bit. Yeah. I was wearing a red carpet at the door, but
Bring a little red carpet patch and
please.
set it up, and like you're at the end, just like waiting to do autographs.
yeah, it's absolutely amazing. I mean, I didn't expect it myself that it took out like it's taking out actually. So
It's a blessing and a curse because now there's so many options. Before it was like, I just get this if I want the high end, I get this if I want the low end, nice and easy. But now there's just booth after booth after booth after booth, wheel after wheel.
At the end, you have no idea what should I take now.
Yeah.
Do you know what's interesting? What's quite interesting is how crowded the high-end rim market is. So if you look at like the wheel behind us here, and then if you go over to like Cube Controls, and then you've got GSI, like it's strange that like the very, very high-end rim seems to be one of the most crowded, but maybe it's because it's just the most expensive
It's
to
like
create.
the dreamy thing where they're like imagining themselves
the
having
people
it.
that I mean, they want to try it. At least they want to have it one time in their hands and know how it feels, but I don't think that everybody's buying that because it's expensive, to be honest. For the most people, it's not payable.
When you
they
get
cannot
past,
buy it.
I would say like Fanatec area is kind of the consumer, like higher end. Once you get past that, the budget skyrockets. It just goes through the roof. Whether it's you want a full rig, you want a Cube Controls wheel, which you and I were eyeballing those earlier today.
Yeah, the F core looks quite nice.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I saw the new Cube Control stuff, and I like it. I like it really much. I myself, I have a GSI wheel.
Okay.
So, high-end stuff,
Yeah.
But it was a dream for myself to get some wheel like this, and I got it now. I will not change it to something else.
I kind of said that to myself too. I'm like,
Anytime soon. Maybe
What
next
soon?
year.
He's like, soon, as he walks over and buys something.
So have you managed to see anything on the stage today?
What?
Did you manage to see anything that was on the stage today?
No, not really.
I mean, that's probably a testament to how busy you've been just going around talking to people, right?
Yeah, it's. I was walking around and I 10 meters, and the next one is coming, talking here and talking there, talking. So it was extremely busy today, extremely.
Yeah,
and I'm only here today, so
you're
I had to pack everything in one day. You know.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you fly out tomorrow or tonight?
I fly out tonight, so
Oh,
by
okay.
car. I will go by car home.
Well, thanks for taking the time and
Yeah,
hanging
of
out with
course.
us for a little
Of
while.
course.
Jeez.
So what did
We arranged it already beforehand, so it was no problem.
Yeah.
what did you think of the esports setup over there? So they had the stage, and then behind the stage they had like almost, it felt like a paddock, right, with all the teams there. How did that feel?
That's really cool. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it that they do the event here, you know, on site. That all teams are here racing each other, and I think that for the teams it must be an amazing feeling to know that team we are fighting is just sitting there in next booth,
It's interesting, that's for
and
sure.
I think they will even take care more driving. Because you know,
Yeah.
team is coming
Yeah,
over.
you're-
What's going
You're
on?
not going to do anything a little dirty. Actually, so
Yeah,
the Grid
it's-
Finder team had a
it's-
blue flag, and it happened to be Williams that was behind us.
Really?
And the Williams is right to our left. And so you saw some of the Williams guys kind of creeping over, looking at our screen. We're like,
Seb Hawkins getting very close over my shoulder. Tom, that's
blue
3
flag,
corners now.
Come on. You know,
Yeah,
it's-
I think that's something new in sim racing because you know during the pandemic everybody was just at home, maybe talking on Discord, racing,
Right.
esports events, but do it on site is something special, and I like it a lot.
It is special. And
Yeah.
just being able to talk to the other teams, because sim racing is so open and everyone's so welcoming. Like, yeah, you might have your little spats here and there when you're on the track, but when you're off the track, everyone's chit-chatting, talking, just
Of course,
enjoying the
Yeah.
overall atmosphere of the Sim Racing Expo. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy.
And it's kind of the same when you're out in the hall, right? The exhibitors hall. Like, you know, today when we were having like a coffee, we could see like the CEO of SimuCube talking to the CEO of Fanatec, and then over there we could see GSI talking to D-Box, and you know everyone's just having these chats over a cup of coffee, talking about what they're doing, probably talking about collaborations and things they can do together.
Yeah.
And then out of the media lounge in here, you have all of the streamers who are all kind of talking to each other and talking to the people who are looking at the rigs. It's a nice close-knit community, right?
Of course, yeah. It feels like a family somehow. Yeah? You come here. Now, I know already a lot of people, you know, from last year and from online racing and from the platform LFM, of course, you know,
Yeah,
a
of
lot
course.
of guys, also from my own stream. So you come here, you meet people, it feels like a family. It feels like a home, you know. It's cool. I love the sim racing community. It's amazing.
I 100% agree
Yeah,
with
so do
that.
we.
100% agree with that. It's amazing.
So, Chris, we've had a busy day. Let's kind of do a summary of what we've done. So, we've
man.
spoken to Thomas Jackemeyer. We went around the 25 years, the stand that they've got there with all the kind of the journey that Thomas has been through with all the hardware. That was very, very cool.
Got an amazing invite from him to chat with him on the podcast.
Yeah.
That's going to be very fun.
Yeah. We saw the Puma. So the Puma. The Puma rally car button box, which was actually
Yes.
used by Sebastian Loeb to win the Monte Carlo
to
rally.
win.
That was freaking cool. And
That
then,
was-
yeah.
Acetec wants to. I say it wrong all the time. Acetec wants to talk to us. Can't wait to talk to them.
Yeah, I think we're going to get a little go
tomorrow.
on their ABS pedal. That should be good fun. And then this little thing happened about 2
there's,
o'clock, right?
There was something like right around 2:30. Lawrence Jusaswa and then Dave Cam. They went on stage with us and played 2 truths and 1 lie. That was amazing. We didn't get Lawrence's. Well, I didn't get Lawrence's correct because I was convinced that his first truth was just not something anyone would ever do.
But
So-
it was incredible, right? So we've done like maybe 25 episodes of this podcast. So to do an episode live on the stage at the Sim Racing Expo was surreal.
It was weird because I wasn't nervous walking up to the stage, but
I
the
was.
moment I sat down, I was like, oh.
Oh my goodness!
Whoa.
And you're gonna get all the stuff around your ears and around your mouth. We're like, oh, this is all a bit serious.
Right? And
Yeah, that's serious, of course. Yeah, you feel like they do it like a TV production. You know,
Yeah.
you feel like okay, I'm in the TV now.
yeah, they're wiring you up for
Hi
sound,
there.
and you're like, what is
Yeah.
happening right now?
But it's
This
really
is-
cool. I like it.
It is
Yeah,
so
I love
cool. It is so cool.
It was a lot of fun, and we just spent 30 minutes just laughing, which was nice.
Yeah,
like 'cause I think it kind of cut through the kind of the seriousness. It was
It was a very good show.
It was a lot of fun. Oh, and we had Track Racers CEO Matt Sten first thing this morning. He took us
yes.
around the TRX, and then he took us around the electronics that they're bringing out next year, kind of the middle of next year. And obviously they're 3D printed, right? But it's kind of cool that they're like, right, guys, we're coming, and this is all the stuff we're doing. Like, be ready. Like, that was kind of cool. What did you go around the track race at San today?
Yeah, of course, yeah. I was there, and I really like it.
What do you think of the TRX? Did you manage to get on it?
Maybe. I mean, I'm looking for something new for home, you know. Okay. So yeah, okay. I had this in my mind already.
Matt, if you're listening,
giving little shoulder nubs and stuff like that when you're talking to him. You're like, I'm looking for something at home. Hint, hint, hint. Yeah. Track racer logo on the pocket.
Great. Well, thank you very much for your time. I know you're probably you've itched to get off after a very long day at the expo. It's been a lot of fun. And I think you kind of summed it up nicely, actually. You said something during this little segment. You said it kind of feels like a bit of a family. And it kind of does. It kind of does. It's not, everyone is kind of working together to grow this beautiful sector of gaming, right?
You say that a lot for like a bunch of corporate jobs. They'll say, oh, we're a family. But it's weird here because it's not that we say it a lot, except for obviously we said it now. You feel it. You see it. You experience it. So any run-of-the-mill racer can walk straight up to the CEO of Fanatec and just have a little chat with them for a couple minutes. It's absolutely insane.
I saw something today that kind of stuck with me, and it was Gamer Muscle with clearly just a fan, and they were taking a selfie, and then Random Call Sign and Lawrence de Souza run either side and jump in the selfie, and I was like, that is so that guy, that, what a great experience. That's so much fun.
That's absolutely
cool.
Amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely amazing. Well, that's going to wrap it up for day 2 of 2022 ADAC Sim Racing Expo. If you want to see more content, go ahead and follow us at
youtube.com/. This is your job, Chris.
/at Sim Sundays, and then of course Instagram.com/grid_finder. Where can people find LFM?
At lowfuelmotorsport.com in the internet. Also on Twitter, Instagram, everywhere.
Perfect. Thank you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Bye.